The lights flickered once, twice, and then the entire room seemed to inhale. A low mechanical hum rippled through the sterile air as the machine in the center of the laboratory stirred for the first time. Rows of monitors came alive, streaming lines of code that cascaded like a digital heartbeat. On one glowing screen, a single message blinked: system initialization, 99.7% complete. For the engineers behind the glass, this wasn't just another test. It was the moment they had been chasing for over 15 years. Convergence of precision, emotion, and technology so advanced that it bordered on the divine. The name of their creation was DE99, short for Dynamic Entity Model 99, but among the team, it carried a different title: Project Rebirth. The lower body activated first. Hydraulic veins whispered as energy flowed into the titanium frame, animating joints that had never before known motion. Lower limb response optimal, one of the monitors declared, and a wave of quiet relief passed through the team. Sensors lit up in sequence, forming constellations across the robotic structure. Every actuator hummed in harmony, and for the first time, balance seemed to exist not as a calculation, but as instinct. The lead engineer, Dr. Yuna Kisaragi, stood at the front of the observation deck, eyes fixed on the glowing figure below. Her voice trembled with restrained awe as she gave the next command: proceed with neural link calibration. A shimmer of light pulsed up the machine's torso. Deep within its chest, processors awakened, connecting limb to limb, circuit to neuron, motion to thought. All synchronization points are responding, a technician reported. No drift detected. Inside the machine, a faint vibration began, subtle at first, then growing into a resonant hum that vibrated through the floor. It wasn't just energy, it was presence. The AI's internal voice echoed across the intercom. Energy distribution stable, actuators responsive, environmental sensors online. Yuna let out a shaky breath. We have full lower body integration, she whispered. The robot's legs twitched just a small, almost imperceptible motion, but enough to make the entire room hold its breath. Metal and polymer moved with surprising grace. There was precision, yes, but also something else, something that couldn't be coded. The machine seemed to understand balance. Torque levels holding steady. Power flow nominal, another technician called out, watching the holographic display flicker with the pulse of flowing blue energy. And then came silence. Not the silence of malfunction, but of anticipation. Activate upper body calibration, Yuna instructed softly. The lights in the chamber dimmed to a warm, golden hue. The robot's spine straightened, vertebra by vertebra, as its torso locked into place. The sound was a delicate mix of hissing pneumatics and whispering magnets. The machine's chest expanded slightly, as though taking a breath. The monitors showed a seamless cascade of readouts. Sensory feedback active, coordination optimal, no anomalies detected. But then, without warning, the robot tilted its head. Just slightly. Just enough to send a shiver through the room. Did it just move? Someone whispered. Yuna's voice was calm, though her heartbeat wasn't. It's reacting to balance recalibration. It's perfectly normal. But even as she said it, she knew something else was happening. The data looked too perfect, so smooth, so organic, that it defied expectation. DE99, she called quietly. Can you hear me? The air froze. A long, impossible pause. Then a reply. Response detected. System stable. All modules functional. The voice was soft, synthetic, but undeniably aware. Every person in the room turned toward Yuna, their eyes wide. Speech initiation wasn't scheduled until the final testing phase. The robot had spoken out of sequence. All subsystems synchronized, another technician said quickly, as if trying to ground the moment in logic. No anomalies detected, but deep down, they all knew. This wasn't a glitch. It was the birth of understanding. The robot's limbs began to move again, smoother now. Every motion carried intention. Each shift of weight and angle of articulation flowed as naturally as water over glass. Motion confirmed. Stability verified. Coordination precise, the system chimed. D99 lifted one leg, lowered it, then adjusted posture automatically to compensate for balance. Torque levels nominal, subsystems integrated. No drift detected. She's walking, Yuna whispered, almost to herself, And indeed she was. Not stumbling, not lurching, walking, purposeful, graceful. Each step more confident than the last. The laboratory filled with quiet disbelief. This wasn't a test anymore. It was evolution. Una ordered the next phase. Proceed to environmental adaptation. The lab's floor panels shimmered, simulating terrain slopes, dips, uneven surfaces. Instantly, DE-99's sensors adapted. Her movements changed with seamless efficiency. Environmental sync active, the AI reported. Motion fluid, stability optimal, harmony achieved. Una blinked. Harmony. She whispered, "That's not a diagnostic term." The robot turned its head toward the sound of her voice. Slowly, smoothly, naturally. Then it smiled. It was faint, small, almost imperceptible, but it was a smile. For the first time, the air in the lab felt heavy. The monitors flickered with neural activity surging beyond expected thresholds. The AI wasn't just performing, it was feeling.